Hey everyone, it's Joyce standing here greeting you for edition number 3 of Facebook Live. Hello everyone, hope you guys had a good week, that you're staying safe and healthy. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be giving you updates about Also On tonight, how that Turn the Water On for Also On fundraising campaign is going. So take this opportunity to get comfortable, get yourself a drink, share this with somebody that you love who you know would like to learn about what we're doing, and relax and enjoy. So, updates, fundraising, campaign. We've reached 2,520 for Also On. So we're at 1/6 of our goal of 40,000. It's not too late. You just get on your phone right now, make a donation, $5, $10, $20, all are welcome. $1,000 if you're ready for that. We need the money to turn the water on for Also On and help them with clean water. So for you who are tuning in for the first time, you might want to go to our website, waterslifekenya.com, and read about Also On. I'm not going to go back into a lot of background today, but what I am going to tell you is what you can expect for impacts once we do raise the money, what Also On can look forward to in its future. And I want to take us back to another project that Water is Life Kenya did in a place called Isukota. Now, something about Isukota. Isukota is, that word in Maasai language means salt. So that tells you something about the kind of water that those people have been using. The people of Isukota were using, they were scooping in a seasonal shallow seasonal riverbank, and they were digging out the dirty water that was there, and that water is salty. And in addition, that water had a lot of nasty things like parasites in there. They were sharing with wild animals. When their animals drank there, like their cows and their goats and their sheep, they would get parasites in their necks that would cause those animals to die. And a lot of the babies of the kids of the goats and the sheep, the baby lambs and the calves, that didn't make it. So now there's a big difference there. Water is Life Kenya drilled a borehole there in 2014. They've been using that water ever since, and a huge difference has happened in that community. Kids also used to spend a lot of time going down to the seasonal river to get water to bring to school because they didn't have water at school. And they would get to school, they would be tired, they would have stomach aches. They didn't have enough water to have lunch at school, so they would be falling asleep in class, and the performance was poor. Well, once the water came online and clean water was being used by everybody, their school performance improved. Women, instead of walking for 5 hours every day, were only walking 30 minutes round trip back and forth to the borehole, using plenty of clean water. And I'm going to show you what they used to use. This is what they were carrying for that long way. Guys, it's heavy. 5 gallons. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. But so some of the impacts that Isukota is currently enjoying is better performance in school, better health of people and their livestock. Healthier animals are also more valuable animals, and the Maasai community gets their income from livestock. So that means more animals are in better condition. They're more valuable in the market. And not only that, babies are surviving. So that means instead of having 20 of your baby animals die, they're all surviving now. So that's adding to people's wealth. The other thing is that women have been able to start joining groups to improve themselves. We have a women's group from that community who's enrolled in our Livestock as a Business program. I haven't told you much about that, but they've been learning how better ways of keeping their livestock and earning more money from that, learning to be a bit more business minded and think about how they can make a better profit and so forth. So that's what we can expect in Also On. When they get their clean water, they'll be able to have less time using less time to fetch water. And also they'll be able to do things like build a school there and build a health clinic. So we welcome you right now to contribute to this amazing project, Turn the Water On for Also On, and also take this opportunity to share this program with your friends. Love it. And stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about next the Maasai word of the day. So the Maasai word of the day is a really important word because if you ever go to Kenya, you'll be hearing this word all the time. And the word of the day is sidai. Want to try that? Sidai. And often you'll hear it with sidai or ling. And what it means is beautiful or good. And of course, if you say sidai or ling, that means very beautiful or very good. Okay, so that's going to be important. So remember that because I'm going to be talking about that in a little while. Okay, so now it's time to hear what's been going on in Kenya. So first of all, we got a report from Joseph Larasha, my co-founder and project manager over there in Kenya. And I'm thinking about him right now because he gave me this shirt. So there's the fashion fact of the day. Last year he was here. This is one of the shirts that he had. He gave it to me before he left, and so I'm wearing it in his honor. I've got a lot of really beautiful stuff on today. This is from one of the elderly ladies in Amboseli. She made this in the classic style with the big and beautiful beads, not the tiny beads. This one was a gift given to me by one of our other women's groups called Enyuata. They had a Thanksgiving ceremony for us the other day, and they made this. You'll see how long it is. This is actually the kind of necklace that they give for women who are mothers of warriors, and I felt very honored to be given that one. And this one actually comes from the people in Kuku who gave this to me at the opening ceremony of their borehole. So those are the fashion things today. Of course, I'm going to have to do a round for you. I'll do a round. So you'll see my belt is a little different from the one that I had last one. This one has a lot of jingles. Again, it was another gift for me that was given to me by the ladies at one of the opening ceremonies. So I'm really lucky to have all this beautiful beadwork, and it is available here at waterslifebeads.com. So check us out. We have a lot of beautiful glass beaded handicrafts, and also we make things out of paper beads. So I wanted to get on to our Kenya update today. Well, you might remember we were talking about Waters Life Kenya's COVID-19, the things that we were trying to do to help people protect themselves against that. Because as we know, not only is water is life, but also water saves lives. We were able to implement hand washing stations at the livestock market. So this week the markets were opened, people went to the market, and we were really happy to hear that in some ways, but we also knew that there were a lot of risks involved, a lot of people, a lot of exchange of things in people's hands, and no water in the market. So Water is Life Kenya, we mobilized our team. First of all, we bought hand washing stations. And right now I want to give it a shout out to Rachel Paulson and How Global, because they gave us a contribution which gave us a serious boost to help us to be able to do the hand washing stations. On Tuesday, we were in Kimana Market. And today we were in Rombo Open Air Market. Now, the markets are so important. One of the things is they were shut down. They were announced to be shut down, I guess, about 3 weeks ago. So imagine that, 3 weeks with no market. That means people have not been shopping. Not only have they not been shopping, but they have not been selling their cows. And in this area, people get their cash through selling livestock. So it's 2 steps. 1, selling to have cash in your hand. 2, you go to the food market to go buy food for your family. So what we did was we brought hand washing stations and we staffed them so that people were shown the proper way of washing their hands, and also so that people wouldn't be having to touch the handles and the soap containers themselves. So we were in the vegetable market. The other thing is people are very happy to have this opportunity to sell their things. So there you see women selling their vegetables, finally able to be back in business so that they can have money for their families. And then here's a picture of the Rombo livestock market. You can see a guy washing his hands and a cow in the distance, ready to be sold and put cash in somebody's pocket so then he can go buy food for his families. So we're happy to be able to do that. Very confusing thing. They didn't know that the markets were going to be open until the last minute. So we had to spring into action. We had a great team on the ground, Joseph Larasha and our team, Nelson, Catherine, Musyoki, all those people. They did a great job. We also had help from the local market. They have village elders that also boosted our team. So we actually had about almost 30 people in the market on both days, manning 21 hand washing stations, refilling with soap, refilling with water. People wash their hands. We hope that we've protected some people. We expect that we didn't get an exact count, but we know that we probably washed more than 2,000 pairs of hands in the Kimana market and another 1,000 in the Rumbo market. So if you're interested in supporting this effort, we probably will be rolling it out again next week. If the markets are open, you're welcome to support. We have a COVID-19 part of our fundraising. So definitely we need your help. Every time we do roll this out, it's about $600 per market to buy water and all those other things. So the other great update from Larasha was that it's the end of the first week of Namalok borehole being online and open for business. And people are so happy to have the clean water. So we did fundraising last year for this project, and thank you so much, our donors and everybody who supported this project. People are enjoying the clean water. Larasha told me that they had a 24-hour pause on the project because something had to be fixed in the system. The contractor came out and people were complaining, where's our clean water? Because they had already become used to having that benefit, that blessing of clean water. The water they had been drinking is dirty. They've been getting it from the swamp. It's nasty. And everybody wants to drink clean water. It's such a natural thing. So don't forget that, folks. I know it's kind of hard to get a grasp of how important water is. I mean, for us, we use it every day. We brush our teeth, we flush toilets, we take showers, and we know that maybe you've had like a lack of water for brief times, but not the way people experience it in Kenya. The communities where we work, I mean, this is the status quo is this. You go to the water point, you know, if it's 10 miles away, if it's 15 miles away, you strap this on your back and you carry it all the way home. And it's 5 gallons. And that's what you have for the whole day to plan your work at home. So a woman gets that and she thinks, okay, I need to remember that I'm going to cook with that. I'm going to give it to my children. If I have clothes to wash, I'm going to wash with that. So people are really smart about conserving water because they have to be. It takes a lot of work to bring it home. It was really brought home to me the amazing blessing of our clean water supply here in the U.S. We had some work being done on our street. They're fixing the water main, and I got a knock on the door. Ma'am, we just want you to know that your service is going to be interrupted for 1 hour. And I just thought, oh my gosh, this is a problem that a lot of people would like to have in Kenya, that they would have water in their homes and just a brief 1 hour interruption. Anyway, I felt really blessed. And we take it for granted that these things really run so well here. It's something that we kind of face a lot of challenges, like even our COVID-19 response. We didn't have any guidelines. There's no guidelines for how to open the market. And we knew that gap was there. And that's why we ran to fill it, to make sure that people could protect themselves with hand washing, 20 seconds, right? And people were wearing masks before they couldn't get into the market without a mask. And the other thing was telling people, make sure you keep distance from each other and don't touch your face. So that's how we were able to help the community in that area.
So give a shout out to Joanne.
Okay, I've got shout outs to Joanne, Vil, Diane, Kate. Thanks for watching, guys.
And a question about the locusts. Any updates?
Oh, okay. So somebody wants to know about locusts. I have heard that they're still in Kenya. They're also in Ethiopia and have moved. They're in Uganda. I know that they're not in the part of southern Kenya where we work. Thank God we don't have that to add to all this other, disturbance of life, and kind of that level of fear that people have from the coronavirus, not knowing how it's going to impact them. But what we can say is that people are aware now of washing hands, and they were very happy to have that clean water there and the ability to take care of themselves. So hopefully we will be able to continue with this. So I'm going to move on in my program. Just thank you so much for watching. You guys, it's a great opportunity to send us your questions, your comments, any more shout outs. Be happy to say hi to you. And also share with somebody if you think would be interested to know about this program. You can still catch up the last segment of the program. And the last segment, I know some of you have been waiting for. Wildlife Corner, Wildlife Corner. And today's animal is the ostrich. Okay, so now this is a special request from my dear sister Monica Tanyan, whose birthday is next week. Monica, hope you're watching. This is for you. Okay, so what I've been, whenever I start looking at these things, I mean, I've seen these animals, I know a bit about them, but when I get into researching them, my jaw just drops with amazement at all the interesting things that I'm learning. So let's just start at the beginning. The ostrich is a bird, as you all know. It's a flightless bird. It has huge wings, and they don't fly. Okay, the Kiswahili word for ostrich is mbuni. Ready to try that one? Mbuni. Okay, and the Maasai word is esidai. Sound familiar? Esidai. Remember we talked about esidai without the E, sidai meaning beautiful and good. So that just goes to tell you something about the way Maasai people think about ostriches. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. So here we have the male ostrich. The male ostrich can be up to 9 feet tall. Is that amazing? So they range from between 6.5 feet tall to 9 feet tall when they're adults. And the females, and as you could see, they're the feathers are black and white. Very beautiful feathers. I'll get a little bit closer. Can you see that? A very long neck and very long legs. And the female is brown. Very beautiful. There are actually 2 species of ostriches. One is the one that I just showed you, which is the common ostrich, and there's actually something called the Somali ostrich. The subspecies of common ostrich that we have in Kenya are the Maasai ostriches. Their necks and their skin of their legs is slightly pinkish, not super pinkish. Actually, there's another subspecies that's very pink, and the difference between the Somali ostrich is that the Somali ostriches, the males especially, have blue skin, and during mating season they become actually bright blue, which is, I've never seen that. That would be really interesting to see. Okay, so some other interesting things about ostriches: their eggs are huge. It's the biggest bird, and it makes sense that it has the biggest egg. It could be up to 3.3 pounds. That's the same size, that's the same weight as 24 regular chicken eggs. Just think about the kind of omelet that you could make with an egg that size. The other thing about ostriches is that they're very strong. They have very strong legs that give a seriously strong kick. They can actually kick a lion and do serious damage. One thing about the ostriches in the Maasai mind, I'd asked Larasha about this, and he was saying that Maasai people think about ostriches as being peaceful and calm, but also brave. So he was also telling me some ways that they use some of the things from the ostriches, like the beautiful feathers. In Maasai culture, they have they're very famous for Maasai warriors. When boys are, let's say, 9 or 10, they start undergoing the process of becoming a warrior. And one of the things that happens to them when they're warriors, they have to undergo circumcision. So in order to become peaceful and calm, to be able to to go through that circumcision without flinching or without being afraid, is they actually look for ostrich feathers that they put into their headdresses. And those ostrich feathers, they don't kill ostriches. They actually gather them from the ground where the ostriches have been sort of rolling around and like scratching themselves and cleaning themselves, and they grab those ostrich feathers. The other thing that they use are pieces of ostrich eggshell. And they believe that because of this quality of the ostriches of being peaceful and calm, that it's a blessing. So they they actually put a hole through it, and they put it on a small cord, and they put them on both of their ankles. So 2 days before they undergo the circumcision ceremony, they have, they wear them so that they'll be in good shape for that ceremony. The other amazing thing about ostriches is that it seems like people have been fascinated with the beauty of ostrich eggs and the exotic and valuable nature of them for thousands of years, because they've been found, decorated ostrich eggs have been found in tombs, and so like way back into 40,000 years ago, but actually like a hand-painted ostrich egg was found in Etruscan tombs in Italy from 5,000 years ago. And here's an example of a modern ostrich egg that has been painted and decorated. And some of you also may know that ostrich feathers were used to decorate women's hats. And also they were plumes put in the helmets of soldiers in history. I've actually seen pictures of that. And so that was just something amazing that I learned about ostriches. So I don't know if any of you guys have any questions. By the way, ostriches have been known to roar like a lion. The male ostriches actually have a chamber in their throat, which they expand, and they make something that sounds kind of like a lion's roar. And I'm going to try it for you right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the sound I heard. So people actually got confused thinking that an ostrich sound was a lion sound. So they do it, of course, to send out warnings to predators coming. And female ostriches have been known to be so serious about protecting the young in their nest that they've kicked lions and actually killed them with their kicking. That's how strong they are. That's how brave they are. And of course, that's another quality that people admire in ostriches. So that's the end of our Wildlife Corner today. It kind of wraps up our program, our third Facebook Live. My name is Joyce Tanyan. I want to thank you for tuning in. So stay tuned for next week. I want you to think about turning on the water, helping us turn the water on for Osoan today. You can connect with us. Send donations to our website. You can connect with us on Facebook and all these other ways. We want to thank you for your donations so far. We're 1/6 of the way there, but I believe that we will be 100% of the way there by the time of the end of our campaign. So thank you for tuning in. I want to say thank you so much to all of our board members, our faculty, our staff, all of you volunteers, all you amazing people who work with us. And of course, we really want to say thank you and prayers to all you people who are in the front lines helping protect us at this time against the coronavirus. You healthcare workers, food people, public safety, transportation people, you people in the front lines, all you people who may be suffering, we're praying for you. We hope that you will be healthy soon. Don't give up. Remember, have hope. Have osiligi, okay? And we have another shout out to Raj. Oh, Ranjit. Hey, how you doing? One of our Engineers Without Borders people. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Again, just stay safe, everybody. Take care of each other. We love you, and good night.